But if we catch up to those guys, you kind of have to
wait.
Relax. Yeah.
Usually in this group, there's a couple people that are driving real slow.
There are, and we'll work our way through that.
That's fine.
And anybody that we find that's not paying attention, that's usually the fault of the instructor.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about it or feel like you have to say anything to a student. That'll be my job, because I'll go find the instructor and be like, hey man, you need to help your student find the mirror. And thank you. You need to help your student find the mirror, and if your student's not capable, you need to be watching. And when if you're driving and I see a car behind you, hopefully without bothering you, I'll do this. And that tells my instructor behind me, like, I see you.
I see you.
I'm working on what John's capable of managing right now. Yeah. And right now we can't give you a point by, but we know you're there. That's kind of my hand signal to that guy. And I'll be looking for the same from them.
35 is so slow.
It is.
Starting first lap.
First lap, John. First lap.
Yeah.
Woo!
And I always got to remember to stay below the damn wind line.
Yeah. Just stay all the way right, all the way down into the bottom of the hill. That's a nice little off acceleration verbal. So swing back about 2/3 of the way to 3/4 of the way across. Right. Come on in here. Look for that cone. There you go. Good job. This one, I try to get up here and right where it looks like I'm going to see over the top of it, I want to start turning in and break in more of a straight line to take a little speed off.
Break the straight line through here.
Yeah.
And I usually tend to want to stay too far in.
Yeah,
Stay out.
Be patient, patient,
Wait for that cone.
patient, even more patient.
More patient.
Because at speed, that'll come up quicker.
Yeah, and then this one.
Yep. The orange, you're online.
That thing?
No, that break in the wall orange.
Yeah,
so like as soon as you can see that, that's your target fixation, and then you make the adjustment to wherever you need to be.
I see that here.
Stay inside here.
Stay inside here. Okay,
then the track moves to the right and keep the same angle.
Yeah.
And it comes to you.
Constant radius.
It comes to you. There you go.
And then through here you.
Yep. So hold back a little bit just to. Very straight. Fine if your right side tires are right here on the red because you're
just go straight.
Unloaded.
Don't try to follow.
That's right.
Then here, then you hit the brake because you're doing
Stay wide.
speeds here.
Now turn in.
And then turn.
Look for that cone.
So I think you're down.
Wheel open a little bit. There you go. Great line. You already know this track.
Yeah, like a 60, I can drive it like a. And then I'm braking point here, like right up to this.
Yeah.
Brake. And then
This is a slow and steady turn in.
and this is where you feel like you're going to fly off the road.
Exactly.
You're just going to go down over here, going out. This is a double lane post turn.
Yeah.
Brake.
Turn in.
Wait.
Turn in.
I like to wait. Ignore the first one and go for the second.
That's right. I would say ignore the first turn, but you over accentuated it a little bit there.
And then this is like out of
Right here. Let off slowly and turn in. You got it. Stay right because it moves on you. There you go. Excellent.
This is the stay out. You gotta be patient on this one too.
Yeah, I like to break in a straight line here
And you brake
and then stay out.
stay out.
Stay out for a second, and now come in. Right when this car starts to come back. We'll start to get you all the little points to focus on, and that will all. I like to come a little bit to the right, and then turn in and brake across this path. Start wide if you can, and then whip in close. That's excellent. That's a perfect line, because when you accelerate, it'll take you all the way out.
You want to stay out wide here.
acceleration to keep the ass end in it.
Yeah.
You have a great line. You've already got this line figured out.
At this speed.
Right? Especially at a 5-minute pace. So you're already taking 10 seconds off. Okay, point straight. See the V in the trees?
Yeah.
I can see that coming up the hill. That's kind of the funnel that says come here. Yep. Stay out wide. Patient. Stay. Now turn in. Get there. Nice. That's the right line. I come late on this one. Very good. Excellent. That's a great line. Slow down at the bottom of the hill. I'm going to take a little speed off right here and turn in. We're going to look for the orange gate. Right at the orange. And now go a little adjustment. You kind of want to find that orange because the pavement settles and then it allows you to make your adjustment. Stay to the right a little. There you go, you got a great. Alright, so I feel like you already know the line really well, but it's going to change as we add speed.
Yep.
Right? And so we'll deal with those subtle adjustments. And maybe what we do is each session before we go out, we talk about like what corners you want to focus on.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, like say we nail 8 here, right? You be carrying all kinds of speed up here. You're gonna need to know how much earlier that you need to brake and how much brake pedal to add so that you get to the correct speed that you're used to at the point in time you're used to turning in here. The other thing we'll talk about is there's apex, right, on the inside of the corner where you want to apex. There's also angle of apex. So what angle do you want your car to be at when you get to the right spot? So turn in a slight bit earlier here. Look for the grass. Like come at the grass here and look, magically the cone's there. So our angle of apex that time around is better. Nice. Get inside. There you go. Your car will carry. It's okay to touch the gators. Excellent. Doing a good job being restrained since we can't go 70. We obviously left the entire group way behind.
No,
We weren't supposed to be guiding them. I know, but I'm saying when we got out, you were like, all right, I'm going, let's go. So stay out here. Look for where the tar starts right here, and there's a little cut, and then try to come right in on it. And try to hold that line, hold that angle. Excellent. That leaves a lot of track out there for us to work out to. Okay. Turn in early, quick, get in there, and then open. There you go. The faster you can get turned and the better like angle on the apex on that one allows you a lot more room in the exit. Drive in, line it up straight, brake, get in there, all the way up the hill. Very nice. Look for your cone, you're going to drive onto it, there you go. Set yourself up. Paulo did all the hard work getting you on the perfect line. He's so good, by the way.
Yeah.
When we race together, he's like the epitome of smooth driving, easy on the car, and that makes him really quick. And he takes care of the equipment. Hold out for a second. Now go down into it. Usually there's another cone right there. I don't know if they disappeared it today or what. Oh, you got a half a minute.
Yeah, that's based on that you go around shooting it.
You started narrow. There you go. That's the other part of this is when you recognize, like, okay, this looks a little different. No, you don't fuck anything up, but it's like, okay, that's a little different. What's my adjustment?
I'm going to have to adjust for the next one.
Okay, so the V and the trees kind of go that way. And then you can like brake a little here if you need to, and then drive in, and you can brake the rest of the way here. So I use that as like 2 separate, like small braking areas.
Okay.
because I'm coming hot up that hill.
Yeah.
I need to slow down a little bit before I can get to the left and slow down hard. We got here 30. You're fine. Okay, you're tired. All right, there you go. Accelerate down. A little narrow. I'd rather use more of the left curve and less of the right there as you come up. So we'll get your angle pointed a little bit, turn a little bit, stay here. Now hold it, hold it, hold it. It's gonna come to you. Boom. Excellent. I know you want to rip it here.
I love this car. I know people get weird about it.
Right? Yeah, it's awesome.
It's in a straight line.
You got more room over there to the left.
You got a mile of braking distance.
Yeah, right. So I like to touch the brakes right when you level here, just to take a little speed out, and then you slowly turn in and let the car build up its set. Excellent. Find the grass and the cone that's with it. Nice work. No, you're fine. I'm going to teach you how to use the brake pedal for your turn there.
Yeah. Get the rear end and swing around a bit.
Not a ton, but just, you know, when you come off the brake pedal slower and longer, it keeps the front planted and allows the nose and the front tires to do a lot of the steering work. Nice. Quick hands to get the front of the turn done. You and Paulo talk about trail braking last year? Okay, that's fine. Just trying to get a feel for what you guys talked about. The other part of this, we didn't just talk while you're going, because you can is language. Like, I might use different terminology than Paulo. If I say something and you don't know, say, well, what does it mean, or say it differently, right? Because usually there's 2 or 3 ways to say the same thing. So, like, one of the biggest examples would be, like, I might say, like, open the wheel, and I might say unwind. And it's the same thing. You're just trying to get back to 12 o'clock, right? Wait. Okay, now drop down in. I know, but I wanted to see what you did, but you started it a little early.
Yeah. I was like, right before those trees, I'm like, well, I'm way left.
Yeah, that's all right. Stay out, stay out, stay out, stay out. Now come over. There you go. And we'll try some things that might work, might not. Might work, might not. One, they might feel uncomfortable because if you do it one way for like 10 laps, and then I ask you to do something different, and go straight. There you go. That was excellent. That's fine through there. So, but if that might, like, using that reference point, it works for me, it might not be yours.
Right, but I know what you mean. So I'll find something that works for me.
Right. like I've always had people at a track, they would tell me like, oh, I'm looking at the telephone pole. And I'm like, I'm not fucking looking there. That's way outside of my comfort zone. Sometimes I'm using my peripheral, right? Like I want to find the end of a wall or the last 10 feet of a curve or whatever. And yes, we've got this line there. Overslowed because you had used more brake pedal early and then stayed on it later. So what we'll do is we'll wait a little later to go on brake pedal because we'll live on it a little bit longer and come off of it.
I can do that turn well.
Yeah. Oh, we will.
I will be there.
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. We're going to make favorite turns for your experience out here. Excellent.
Had a better apex angle that time.
Yeah, you did. That's great. You'll get a feel for what's my angle coming into that first cone, and then it's your long target, and that's where you make a small adjustment.
That's a great pointer. Oh, yeah. I just need to know where it is.
Yeah.
So much of this is just, okay, I've driven enough that I know where it's going to be.
Right. Well, part of this sport is you have to get good at mental visualization. Like, you know where this goes because it's pretty much straight.
Yeah.
And you know that there's a long runway for you to make a minor correction should you need to. Going into the chicanes, there's not as much room to make that minor correction, right? But you'll get to a point where you can mentally visualize, okay, I started from the correct spot where I touched the brake, and I'm coming in at the cone with the correct, like everything peripherally lines up correctly, and then you can make that final adjustment once you can see where you are online with your target.
The other mistake I tend to make is
yeah, don't do that. Find the grass, keep going. There you go. using the brake pedal as less of an on-off button.
Yeah.
It will modulate. And I'm telling you, people don't think of it this way, but the brakes are what makes somebody fast on the track, and how you use them. And they're not just for slowing the car, they're also good for turning. Nice one.
Yeah, everybody wants to know how many horsepower you have. Like, that doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You have better brakes, better suspension, devices.
Right. Which GoPro do we have? If you want, I don't know if I have it with me because I don't have the camera. So we might be able to tie my instructor to student communicator in with your GoPro. That looks cool, but I'm surprised they didn't check her yet. We'll probably just do one more lap. So
Yeah, I would think so.
you can. So this corner and 14, the two slowest ones, are ones where we're going to work on just in general, right? The skill set of how do I use quick steering to get the early turn in done so that the angle of apex is great so that you can drive out of that corner. Because when your car is scrambling for traction, you can't go out. You can use the slow part to get your car rotated more early. Then you can get traction as you exit in there. And that helps you like both get traction and like leave that corner well. Arrow. So stay way right up to the 200 is what I would tell you. Right? And then right here is where I'm going for that gap in the trees. And you
Red starts.
boom, and I'm braking straight here just a little bit, and then I'm turning and I'm braking a straight line again, and then stay out.
About as far as I can get.
You don't have to go all the way out. Like right here is great, and it's a matter of how long you stay out, not how far out you stay.
Gotcha.
I love this. You do 4 really well.
This is the time to figure out the line.
Right. Stay right on the right side here. Hold it. Hold it. You added turn right at the left end of it. I saw that. That 1 or 2 degrees difference. It will, but like I feel like you already have a great awareness of where the track is, where to put the car. Like your long-term memory did not fail you from last fall.
I watched the videos last night.
Yeah, there you go. That always helps. So I like to use this spot here to start with the arm out. I know that not everybody does, but this clearly communicates to the guy behind you. I'm going in.
Yeah.
And it's not like you're here with a handful trying to shift and get a wheel, right? So.
Cold out there.
It is, right?
Glow.
You can drop your hand down. It's just a matter of like getting to the entry. Thank you.